What is going on, everybody? This is Major League Hats, and I come back to you for a long time with another unboxing. So what I did already is I already took off all the labels and everything just so that you can't see the address or anything, and not to give away any of the surprises about what is inside. But I will have to tell you guys, I should have ordered this hat or one of this hat from this particular team a long time ago, because if you have been watching my videos, you will pretty much, and this will give it away to some of the people, but you will understand, or you would know how I pretty much got my start into collecting minor league hats. So that is how it all got started. So some of you guys already know what team this is. Some of you guys don't. Some of you guys know the backstory. If you guys don't know the backstory of the team that will be pulled out of this hat, please make sure you continue to watch my videos. Don't forget to join my podcast. I've been doing it on Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then I typically do it on Saturdays as well. So make sure you keep up. And if you want to keep up, follow me on Instagram at Major League Hats for all the information, just in case anything changes in this schedule. But without further ado, I did have a request to do something I have not done for a while. Part of the reason I haven't done it for a while is because I usually do Major League Hats, Most Wanted hat. So it's kind of like a rundown of hats that I'm currently trying to get. Well, I went through a good period of time where I was kind of just getting the hats that I wanted, and I wasn't really waiting. So there wasn't really a hat other than, if you've been watching my video, the top couple hats that I've been trying to get that I still haven't been able to get was the NBA Cities Minnesota Timberwolves Purple Rain hat. The first year that they did the City Edition, I wasn't able to ever get that one. And then the Binghamton Rumble Ponies Jurassic Park hat, that was another hat that I've been trying to get. So those are probably in my obviously top 10 right now. I would have to say at least Purple Rain is number 1 and Jurassic Park is number 2. So I've been pretty much getting all the hats that I wanted. Well, I had a request to kind of bring that back a little bit, so I decided to bring it back. So without further ado, guys, let's go to Major League Hats, Most Wanted hats. And I got 4 of them because we're just going to knock them out of the park. So let's get to it. Alright, so the reason why these 4 hats are on Major League Hats, Most Wanted hat, is for basically 2 reasons. 1, I'll be honest, I can't get them. Period. I cannot get them. And 2 of the hats just came out. Like, I had their original team name hats, but then they rebranded or they moved, and so now I basically have to get the 2 new hats. And those 2 new hats I could get, but I was kind of hoping that once all this stuff kind of goes over or gets done with, that lids will open up, they'll be released on lids, and I was hoping I could get them that way so I could get at least a small discount using Access Pass membership, or maybe if they dropped on the employee Lid's website, I could get them for a discount as well. But the other 2 hats, that'll be number 1 and number 2, I've gone to the team's minor league site because one of them I actually really want really bad, or it's actually a really good one, and I just haven't been able to get it because Liz doesn't have it. So I don't know why. New Era doesn't have it. Of course, Hat Club doesn't have it. But the number 1 hat in Major League Hats, Most Wanted hat, I cannot get even from the team website. But it is number 1, the Batavia Muck Dogs. They are a Miami Marlins rookie ball team, and the funny story about them, this is it's funny. To me, it's funny. It was annoying at the time, but I'm kind of looking back at it, and now that I did this hat, it's even more funnier or more coincidence. So when I went on my trip a couple years ago, we were sitting, me, minor leagues, and my 2 nieces were sitting at the Syracuse Chiefs ballpark, and we had like an extra day or a couple extra hours, and I'm like, hey, let's see if we can, squeeze in one more baseball game. So I'm like looking around the teams in the area, and I find the Batavia Muck Dogs. They're a couple hours drive, basically out of my way. Going, I would say, have to go west from the New York area because we were going towards New York, and we were in Syracuse, New York. And so I looked them up, grabbed a couple tickets. We drove. It was like 2-3 hours of Batavia from Syracuse. We get there, and the ballpark's in like a neighborhood. They actually have like a little league ballpark right behind the actual big ballpark, so it was kind of cool. We got there after the store hours were already closed or whatever. We're like, okay, game's at 7 o'clock. Well, hang out. So we did, and got to about 5:30, and we're like, hey, there's nothing. No players, no concession workers, no security, no personnel showed up, and I'm going like, what did I just do? I start checking the tickets, and it turns out that I bought the tickets for the next day, and they actually had a day off. I'm like, I was not happy because, one, it cost me money to go there. Two, it was a huge chunk of time out of the day, and we were already driving for so much, and we could have used a little R&R, you know, hanging back at the hotel room, or just kind of doing something in the New York area, just kind of relaxing, whatever. So yeah, so I didn't get the Batavia Mud Dogs. I know if I didn't say it already, but here's what it looks like. So take a look at it. This is one hat that I've been trying to get for a minute, and even when they did the release of the MiLB's 2001 type edition hats, you know, like the timeline edition hats, the 100-year anniversary hats, they might have had it and I missed it. So hopefully they do something like that again so I could at least get it, because if you guys have been watching me, you know, or I've been talking about how minor league baseball / MLB is talking about taking away some of the minor league teams, and I can't remember if Batavia was on the list or anything. So I want to make sure, and I mentioned this, if there are any minor league teams you want to get, make sure you go and get them, because it may be difficult to find the hats coming up. So number one, Batavia Muck Dogs. Number two, and obviously I won't be talking too much about the last three hats, but that was just like a funny little story. So long story, we didn't make it to the game, of course. We had to drive all the way back to New York to our hotel, and we were dead tired. And yeah. Anyway, so number two on the list is the Princeton Rays. Nothing special about the hat or anything. It's a Tampa Bay Rays minor league team. It just has a P on it. It has the Rays logo with the little Ray right there, like on my elbow, and just want to get it because I need it for the set. But whenever you go to the Princeton Rays website, you go to the shop and nothing. So not sure. Hopefully it's gonna pop up here. I don't know. Maybe since it is like a rookie ball team, the stores just haven't opened. They haven't updated their inventory. So, you know, they usually get going around late May, sometime in June. So maybe I'll start seeing them. But I know at like other minor league websites, they're open or you're able to purchase stuff. So we'll see. So Princeton Rays, they are number two. And these four hats that I'm mentioning, they are the last four that I need to have one hat from every minor league team since I've started collecting hats. So yes, I've been doing a pretty good job. I'm missing the High Desert Mavericks because they're no longer around. I can't find their hat, so they are one. And I think that is it, just the High Desert Mavericks. So I guess that is one that I haven't been able to get, but I'm not putting it on the list for right now because they're not out there. So the number three hat, and these hats had just come out because of rebranding, renaming / moving locations. But number three hat is the Fredericksburg Nationals, also known as the Fred Nats. They are the high A team of the Washington Nationals, and they were originally the Potomac Nationals. Now, Hat Club did do a release of their George Washington hat for this team, but I didn't get it at that time because this is one of those that I figured, or I hope that once Lids opens back up, I can go to Lids and I will be able to get it. And I know this team isn't going away, so I'm hoping I can still get it for at least a small discount, and I don't have to pay the $45-50. So, you know, that's kind of what I'm hoping for. Save a little bit of money, because as a hat collector, you always try to save a little bit of money. So that's what I'm waiting. So number three, the Fredericksburg Nats. And if you don't know what that hat looks like, it looks just like this. This is one of the variations that they have. They have a couple different variations, but I'm going to look to try to get the George Washington hat one right there. So that is number three. The number four hat and the final hat on Major League Hats Most Wanted list is the Norwich Sea Unicorns. Yes, that is a mouthful. They were formerly known as the Connecticut Tigers. I did have a Connecticut Tigers hat, but since of rebranding, renaming, moving, The Connecticut Tigers are no longer here, so I gotta get the Norwich Sea Unicorns. If you have not seen that hat, take a look at it. It is right there. It's a fun little hat, a little cartoonish. I kind of like the old traditional Connecticut Tigers hat because it's a good representation of their parent club, obviously the Detroit Tigers. So I liked how they had their nice classical C, and it represented the D for Detroit. So that's another one. Waiting for lids to kind of open up to see if I could get it, to see if it would drop. I figured that'd be the best way to do it, and I could get a small discount. So those are the 4 hats that are on Major League Hats Most Wanted list. So thank you so much to Professor Hatter for requesting me to do this little segment again. I know it's been a while, but I just haven't had a real reason to do it until now. So thank you, Hatter, for bringing up the request again. Without further ado, guys, I got it right there. We're going to do the unboxing. Let's go! Alright guys, I got my little precision cutter here, and you guys know that I like collecting minor league hats. Now I am kind of disappointed I haven't gotten more of these hats. They've had a number of them. I don't really know why I never really got any more. I can't really tell you. It's kind of weird like that. It's just for this particular team, they hadn't done a lot of theme day type hats or anything like that. And so I never really was lured back to getting one of these hats. Now I did say I wanted to get one of the hats that I have from back in the day, and I'll show you here in just a minute so it'll clear things up a little bit. And I just never had, partly because Lids hasn't had my size, or they haven't had the particular one. They do have one of these currently on their website. I'll try to pick up. It is a red crown with a black brim, so that's kind of why the reason I haven't gotten it, but I will get it eventually. So in the meantime, this team was doing some discounted hats, so I thought it would be freaking pretty cool. The hat itself was only $10. Now, I'm not going to show you this, but it's the receipt, obviously. It says, "Thank you, Matt." Nice little thank you gesture. I got a little schedule here, which will probably be mute to the point. But here we go, guys. We got it up. I like how the minor league teams, they do a little class with the tissue paper. They don't all do it, but I just kind of like it that they did the tissue paper. So here we go, guys. This hat only cost me $10, so I don't know if they are doing it anymore, so feel free to go check out their website. And as you guys can see, we got a gray crown, and bam, it is the Lansing Lugnuts. A lot of you guys know this is basically what got me into collecting minor league hats. The story is that this was minor league's first ever baseball team that he was on in T-ball when he was 5 or 6 years old. And to make it a little bit easier, here you go. Here is a picture of minor leagues back when he was playing T-ball. And as you guys can see, he's wearing the red Lugnuts t-shirt that they gave him and the black Lugnuts hat. I do have that black Lugnuts hat, and the thing is, when I first saw that hat, I'm going like, who are the Lugnuts? I had no clue about minor league baseball. Not whatsoever. I mean, I had a small idea about minor league baseball, and in the sense that they had certain levels. I didn't realize how many levels they had. I didn't realize how many teams they had. And so I'm like, who are the Lansing Lugnuts? Which obviously I eventually found out were the Lansing Lugnuts. Who are the Lugnuts? I looked them up, and it took me not too long, but it took me a little bit because all I had was Lugnuts. That's it. Very generic term. And so I looked it up, and it turns out that is the rookie ball team of the Toronto Blue Jays. And I'm like, sweet. So ordered a hat through the Lansing Lugnuts store back in the day, and I got the black one. And it turns out it was a 7 5/8. And I didn't know a lot about fitted hats per se back then. A lot of the time when I buy a fitted hat, I'd go into the store, try it on, and there you go. So it has been a minute since I've ordered another Lansing Lugnuts hat. So check it out. And as you guys know, if you guys have been watching my channel, I do have the Lansing L with the little Lugnut on my arm here for the tattoo. So pretty freaking awesome. I hope to get another Lugnuts hat here down the line. I just love their logo with the Lugnuts. This is the batting practice lug nuts hat. So you have this diamond technology going all the way across on the crown there, so it's all great. Hopefully you guys can see it. I love the little lug nut guy right here. You got the same diamond type technology on the front. I love that full panel sticker that they got. You don't see that a lot nowadays. You have a white New Era flag on the back. You have your black and white minor league little guy right there, so check out the sticker. You don't really see that nowadays, so I just thought that's a really cool aspect. Underneath, same thing, $26. Like I said, I got it for 10, so not bad. It is 7 5/8 made in China, 100% polyester. I don't know if they are still doing the sale, but if I was you, I would go definitely check them out. I know a lot of minor league stores are doing a lot of sales for free shipping or something like that. And if you guys have been watching my podcast or my videos, I was told by a friend of mine, J38, if you use the code WELCOME10 in the discount field when checking out, you can get 10% off. So that is actually a nice little thing that has nothing to do with me. I'm just passing on a discount that was passed on to me. So I don't get anything, but it's a way to save you guys a couple bucks. I know minor league websites or minor league teams can get high in shipping, sometimes as high as $9. So using that welcome 10 coupon will save you like $3 or $4. So it just helps out with the shipping. So check it out. This is a 5/8. It does feel a little bit tight. I know my hair has grown out a little bit, but not too bad. So hopefully you guys like this video of this unboxing with the Lansing lug nuts. Hope you guys like the little story about the Lansing lug nuts in general. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a thumbs up. Please remember to subscribe if you are new to the channel. We are on our way to 1,100 subscribers. I can't do it without you guys. So thank you so much for watching. This is Major League Hats out. See you next time. Later.